Okay, that's my butcher block, the big piece of butcher block for the kitchen. That piece is 10 feet. I need to cut it to about 8.5 feet. So getting that down here was fun, and I mean that in the most sarcastic way possible. The trail, I take it down. There's plenty of spots where there's barely 10 feet between the trees. So it was, like playing that game Operation, but with higher stakes. So it's down here. I gotta get it into the cabin. Got that slab in here, mostly slid it in, put it on the sawhorses, had to kind of move things about little by little, back and forth till I got it in there, but it's ready for me to measure it out and cut it. So as I mentioned, it's a 10-foot slab, but it needs to be cut to about 8.5 feet. So I've got most of it opened up, packaging off. Gonna make my measurement, and then I'll make my cut down at this end. I'm doing it on that end specifically because there's a blemish here, and as long as I cut it from that end, that blemish will be cut out when I make the cut for the sink. Alright, late intro here, but it's November 26, 2022. My woman was here yesterday. She just left this morning, but she helped me out a bit. She helped me move that butcher block into the kitchen where I'm still working on it, and she helped me unload some roof panels out of the truck. So probably the last clip you saw was butcher block. Like I said, I'm still working on that, but right now, since it's a nice sunny day, barely above freezing, I'm gonna try to get some more work done on the roof. So that's where I am right now. We're up on the roof. So all that's left is the steep part, this part right here. So I have just several more panels to cut and secure on here. Well, also a little bit more of that transition flashing. But I got that transition flashing up here. It is galvanized steel, so I spray painted it. The next piece I'm going to put on, in the interest of time, I'm not going to bother spray painting it. We can do that in the spring. But there's a few inches of snow out, so I swept that off best I could with a push broom. Gonna let the sun hit everything for a little bit here, and while that's happening, I'll cut the panels and hopefully get those done all the way back here, and then take a breather on the outside for, well, I almost said for the winter, but that'd be a lie. I'll find something to do. So take a break on the outside for a day. Well, it's about 3 p.m. in November, which means the sun is going away. Going behind those trees, it'll set behind the mountain pretty shortly, and it's going to get slick and icy up here. So I got a few more panels up there, and that's where I'm going to call it for the roof for today. If it's nice enough out tomorrow, I'll get more done. If not, I'm going to have to just put tarps up on here and leave it like that for the winter. I'm off the roof now. Yes, this is all the same day. So there's the butcher block that my woman helped me move into the kitchen, as I mentioned. So the other side of this, the bottom, is already all sealed with mineral oil. The good side, this side, is what's gonna face up. And I've got that sanded, so I'm going to seal it with mineral oil. And how I've got it situated there on the sawhorses, it's in a position where I'll be able to just push it back onto the cabinet with on my own without too much difficulty there. So that's why we set it up like that. The butcher block is sealed and is resting on the cabinets, not secured yet. Still have to cut the holes for the cooktop and the sink, but I am done for the day. Alright, it's tomorrow. It was sunny earlier today, but rain and snow are coming, so I took some shortcuts to get the roof ready for winter. I'll have to go back in the spring and put more screws in there, but there's enough to hold. And then the final row on the back to the right of the screen, that is just totally temporary. I'm going to have to remove those panels and put some new ones up again in the spring. So those are just old scraps. I wanted to get it finished quickly, like I said. So that will that'll hold for the winter.